Jack.
I even know that, but
well, no, I mean
no.
he was pretty much Tony Stark's sidekick.
Yeah.
in Iron Man.
In Iron Man, yeah.
Put it this way, he was the black dude from Iron Man.
Exactly, and he was a cool black dude. I liked him, shit. But
as opposed to all the other black people that you don't like.
He spoke real well, but no. But I was pissed off when I read that, and I'm like, how come? Where the fuck is Robert Downey Jr.? Where is Jon Favreau? Why are they not bitching at Marvel right now?
They probably did.
Hey, what the fuck? Well, they should tell the media, hey, we don't approve of this. We don't approve of what Marvel's doing. We're gonna make the movie, but we don't agree with it. This is fucked up.
Robert Downey Jr. probably did say something, and then Marvel said, "Do you want your paycheck?"
Man,
and Robert Downey Jr. was like,
and that's
"I'm
the
sorry,
thing.
you're right."
And Robert Downey Jr. I mean, as much shit as he likes talking, especially that rant he went on about the Dark Knight, that motherfucker. I don't see why he can't make a big deal out of this, because I'm sure the studio will pay attention. I'm surprised. I am shocked at Marvel fans. That's Marvel fans. I like to slap them around sometimes, Corey. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised those nerdy little dorks with their Thors and their Captain America's throwing his gay shield. How come they're not starting up? Why is no one starting a goddamn petition to get this guy back into the role that he made obviously cool?
Can I tell you why?
Why? Because he's black. Is that why?
See, I wasn't going to even bring that in there.
It's because he's black. Marvel fans are a bunch of racists. I'll have nothing to do with them, Corey. I will have nothing to do with them.
That
DC all the way, brother.
I was not going to bring race into that. And you know they're talking and like, that uppity black guy asking for money.
Exactly.
They gave him a bowl of chitlins. What more does he want?
Well,
no, look, hey, I can tell you why nobody's writing a petition.
Tell me why, Corey.
Because petitions don't work. That's why.
They do.
No, they don't.
Hey, look at Batman Beyond, the unrated. That petition worked.
I don't even know nothing about that. No, we'll
talk about that next week.
All I know is that people tried to think about this. People tried to petition and boycott them talking about the retard stuff in Tropic Thunder.
So you're telling people to give up, huh, Corey? Don't protest. Don't do nothing. Just keep your mouth shut and you get what you deserve. Right? Is that what you're telling me?
But co-host, did you notice something?
What?
The world didn't come to an end.
Did you ever tell me that, Corey?
Did
you ever tell me that on my show?
Co-host.
No dogs allowed.
That's what they told Terrence Howard. No blacks allowed.
Yeah. Marvel, you son of a bitch.
Who asked for more money?
Yeah. Damn.
No, man, who knows, man? I really thought that people.
I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed when I read that, and there's no upcry or nothing.
It's funny because they just pretty much said we can get another black dude, and you just got Don Cheadle.
What?
Don Cheadle didn't even call up Terrence Howard and be like, "Hey, man, is this cool that I to take your place?" He just took it.
And he don't even. You know, that is a guy. I'm pissed off at him too now, because if I'm like, I ain't gonna do that to another brother. He's my brother. I can't take work from my brother. I can't do that. It would not be right. I am Don Cheadle, and I don't do that.
It's a black thing.
I support you. How dare you, Marvel, ask me to replace him? How dare you? But does he do that? No. I'll sign up. I'm going to be a superhero. He don't talk like that, but
I know.
Well,
at least you didn't make him sound like I was going to be
Irons Man.
Irons Man. Eyes closed every day. I can do it.
The laters come out of my eye. No, not Superman.
I can do this.
I want a big S on my chest, or a big B, or black. Sorry.
What was the question?
What was the question? Oh, if we're looking forward to Spider-Man 3 and 4. That's right.
Okay, no. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Man, we have emails that come in themes. It's funny how these people think alike. Uh-huh. We just had somebody asking about World War Z. Now, this isn't really a question here. Mm-hmm. It's more of a comment. Mm-hmm. They're talking about. They said, I was just writing a comment on what you said about quarantine. Scariest part being the military coming after them. And in the movie Quarantine, it's the military that keeps them in while there's a rabies or something going around inside the place. And I said that was pretty scary to me. Mm-hmm. And he goes on to say, I felt the same thing with 28 Days Later. Me and my friends would get together a lot and talk about movies where God damn it. Now,
you want me to read that for you, Corey?
No, I don't need you.
Fuck you. Did you screw up his email?
I can do that. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, in a way.
Watch your mouth, Corey.
So, fudge you.
Yeah.
So I felt the same thing with 28 Days Later. Me and my friends get together a lot and talk about movies we would or wouldn't live through, like Battle Royale, Night of the Living Dead, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. And I have to tell you that even though those zombies were gold medal long-distance sprint runners. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of this.
What the hell?
I don't know where his fucking going.
What's the question, Corey?
Like I said, there is no question, but there was a comment of him saying that he found that too, that the military scared him the most in that movie. Yeah. And I just want to say, it's really hard to scare me in movies these days. If you want to scare me with tension or suspense, or scare me where humans are doing things to other people.
Right.
You want to know
humans? Yeah. The thing with those zombie movies, it's always the humans that are fucking up.
Yeah.
And that's the best part to me. I mean, the zombies just happen to be there, and you get to see the consequences when people don't work with each other. They get fucking ripped
in
apart.
Those movies in those movies where the humans turn on each other, that's where the real craziness comes in. But even something like, let's take some Holocaust movies. I mean. Those are scary to me. When a fucking Nazi walks into the room and there's a bunch of Jews sitting around waiting, it's like
Corey, that happened. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Because that wasn't science fiction.
No,
the Holocaust wasn't science fiction.
Nazis didn't come from the moon.
I thought when they say the zombie Holocaust, the same thing as the Jewish Holocaust. I didn't know what you're talking. No, man, those movies because that's history.
Yeah,
that's man's atrocity against somebody else.
Right.
Man, when a Nazi walks into for example, I saw a movie that was so depressing and it frightened me so much. And I don't like this movie because it was nothing but one depressing thing after another. It was called The Gray Zone. I think Tim Blake Nelson directed it. If you want to know who Tim Blake Nelson is, Tim Blake Nelson, he was you've seen him before, a character actor. You've seen him in a lot of movies, but recently he was in The Hulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played the guy that Bruce Banner went to go see. He was the guy sending Bruce Banner all the messages.
It's another character actor. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He directed one of the most bleak, depressing Holocaust movies I've ever seen called The Gray Zone. And it was nothing but Nazis coming in and just talking shit to Jewish people and blowing their heads out.
Wow.
And like Schindler's List. Very nervous for me. Very nervous.
It's hard to watch that film again.
And
it's a great film, but it's hard to rewatch.
And I have never been so nervous than when I see like a helpless Jewish person walk into a room and you don't know if they're gonna just talk or if they're gonna pull out a gun and shoot everybody.
Yeah.
Or just do some other crazy shit. I hate Nazis, by the way.
It's good to know that, Corey.
Because I tell you this. I went to go see Saving Private Ryan. I had a friend of mine. She told me like her and her boyfriend went to go see that, and she was like, "I didn't like that movie," and I'm like. Huh? Why? Like she said, I like the Thin Red Line better. Oh, that 3-hour fucking boar fest.
Exactly.
The movie I
the guy who gets lost in the jungle.
And we watch him like actually try to find his way back in real time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, hey, look, you like what you like. That's cool. I said I like Saving Private Ryan better. I think it's a great movie. But what is it that you didn't like about Saving Private Ryan? She's like, well, I just didn't like the way that they portrayed the Nazis in the movies. I mean, aren't Nazis people too? I'm like, no!
What?
No! I mean...
Who are you hanging out with, Corey?
Apparently the Aryan Nation.
Jesus Christ.
Now, who said the Aryan Nation was racist? They let me hang out.
Damn.
But, no, it's you know how it is. People get that real liberal... Fucking the granola shit, hippie shit going on.
I don't even call them liberals. I call them dummies.
Yeah, I mean, and man, I'm just like, fuck you. I mean, okay, I understand what you're saying. You got to have a tinge of humanity, even when you're looking at something as atrocious. I see what you're saying.
I can see a broad saying that.
But I mean, come on, really? If Nazis, the worst of the worst, I'm talking about, did this as a collective. No, they're not human. These are fucking monsters.
They are
right?
monsters. Yes.
You know, I mean, I don't see how you can get somebody, men, women, and children, and just put them in camps and then go in and abuse them and murder them. Like to me, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
That's a whole other form of brainwashing that I will never understand. I mean, it is a scary thought to think that one person,
and that's why Germany right now. Look, I know I got
managed to pull this off and almost won. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, no, I don't think he almost won. I mean, he had America and fucking Russia.
Well,
Russia more than.
Well, if you read your books, I mean, obviously, I'm only saying this because the books I've read, everyone always gives scenarios where if he would have done certain things, he could have possibly won the war. So,
really? Like, what things are those? I mean, I don't know.
Well, like the fighter jets, I believe, as far as he didn't want fighter jets, basically. I'm
buying into when you say he almost won. I'm buying to the most crazy shit they talk about, like the whole thing where he
should have done that he didn't want to do for whatever reason.
Like he didn't want fighter jets.
Yeah.
Well, you know why Hitler didn't want fighter jets? Because he was dabbling in the occult. He was creating Nazi Superman.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, you always it's crazy. Yeah, but you think that just sounds retarded, but. Yeah, I mean, he was honestly he dabbled
in the occult, but he wasn't going to make any kind of like mechanicals, Nazis and shit, and Nazis that could fly.
I mean, think about the Rocketeer. I mean, the Rocketeer they had that was hinted at as far as creating these men with jetpacks.
See, that's mythology, right? That's Nazi mythology. Yeah. They weren't going to do that. That's why they did lose because Hitler was talking about I want the jetpacks. Yeah. It's like motherfucker, we got tanks. No, I don't want tanks. Flown by giant bats.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dropped on America. What? I turned them Asian all of a sudden. I don't know why.
It's funny because I used to know this stuff, and I haven't looked at it in so long.
Look, like I said, I got some friends who are German, but Germany they do not want to talk about that shit.
Oh no. No.
I mean, we got dictators all around the world, so I'm not even trying to make it seem like Nazis. I mean, Germany is the only one, but it's funny because the whole world, even other dictators who are doing the same shit, got their eyes on Germany. Like, don't you start that shit again? The moment somebody could just scream in Germany, be like, "Hey!" Be like, don't you sit your ass down?
I know. I'm scared now. There are a lot of kids listening to this. It's like they're gonna repeating what we're saying in their history class. I'm like, who the fuck told you that?
John Batts dropping tanks,
Rocketeers. What? Hitler's getting Rocketeer. What? Flying around, winning the war. What?
The occult? They work with the devil.
Nazis going to the moon.
Yeah, kids. You want to know about real Nazi history? Go play Castle Wolfenstein. Go play Return to Castle Wolfenstein. The Nazis had monsters and all kind of stuff.
Weren't they going to make that into a movie? Huh?
Yeah. What happened to that movie?
Exactly.
So, man, that's all our emails.
Is that it?
Yeah. No, I wanna do something real quick here. So let me go ahead and render this out. I always want to say shut down, but let me go ahead and stop and render, and then I'm gonna come back with my special presentation. All right, co-host. Before we get out of here this evening, I just wanted to pay tribute to someone who is my hero, my idol, gave me years of entertainment.
Oh boy, yeah, I know who he is.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know.
Someone who I discovered many years ago, but has since then been an inspiration to me. Back when we were doing the Access show, his clips made our show that much more funny.
I remember seeing this guy in one of your earlier interviews. I thought it was probably one of your first interviews, but
he was my hero back then, and I got to interview him, and that was one of my first interviews, and I have not met anybody since then that has been such an inspiration to me, someone that I have not held in such high regard. Of course, I would be talking about Rudolph Frank Moore. Many people know him as Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh, that's who I thought you were talking about. Yeah, I didn't know who's that other guy. Oh, who?
Rudolph, Red-Nosed Frank
your
Moore.
Uncle? What's going on?
Other people know him as simply Dolomite.
Dolomite, yes.
That guy. I mean, I have to tell you, I discovered the first movie that I saw of his years ago. Now, for those of you who don't know who Rudy Ray Moore is, he was born back in March 17th, 1927. He died recently on October 19th, 2008. And he was a man of many, many talents.
Yes.
Actor.
Yes.
Comedian.
Yes.
Singer.
Producer.
Pimp.
Yes, pimp.
All right,
but don't forget, martial artist.
Oh, and kung fu artist extraordinaire.
Yes.
At least on film.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks to Fast Forward and greatest martial artist of all time.
I cannot tell you how much. I mean, I'm doing this kind of tongue in cheek now, but really, anybody who knows me knows that I have received so much entertainment from this guy and his movies.
Yeah. Corey worships this guy.
I worship this guy. I actually met him twice, and I regret that I did a second interview with him.
Yeah.
the whole reason why I started getting into digital technology is because at the access station I was using the big old cameras, the kind where you had to like have a separate tape deck from the camera, and you had to have a separate sound machine, all this, a separate battery pack, and all this stuff was huge like a fucking brick.
Ancient technology,
and
just like me.
Exactly. Yeah. No, better than you. But and I'm taking the mic off here because we're going to be playing some of the highlights from his past films that it gave us so many laughs.
Some of his masterpieces.
Yeah. Now I'm going to take the mic off a little while, so I'm sorry for the disturbance. Don't do it yet. No, not yet. But I did a second interview with him. And that interview has been lost forever because it never recorded.
Oh, Corey, what? You forgot to push record?
Man, you had so many wires that you brought out with you that I connected
wires
something
aren't buttons,
to the one.
Corey. Come on.
Listen to what I'm telling you, boy. I lost. I don't know. Something was not connected properly, or tightened up, or I forgot to hook up something, and I lost that interview, man.
Oh, professional Corey is. He never disappoints.
I was so sad. Maybe I have it on audio. I should go back and look. I think maybe I caught the audio, but I didn't.
That works for us.
For now, it does. Back then, we were all video. You know, we had to have
screwed.
Yeah. But now I'm thinking I should go back and see if I found it. But that night, I got to know Rudy Ray Moore very well because he actually called me, wanted to know where I was for his shows and whatnot. Because at the Alamo Draft House. Now, look, this is a name dropping because I never tell people this kind of story unless in a tragic situation like this.
Right.
We picked up Rudy Ray Moore at the airport, and me and Tim League from the Alamo Draft House, we went driving Rudy Ray Moore around Austin at different bars and clubs to actually promote his show that he was going to be doing at the Alamo. He was going to be showing Disco Godfather.
Wow.
And we took him to different places to do comedy acts, and we interrupted cover bands and say, hey, man, Rudy Ray Moore is here. Can he come up and promote his show? And they would stop.
You were on tour with Rudy Ray Moore?
I was on tour for a night. I was still on tour for about 3 blocks.
Touring Austin, yes.
And it was funny because we would go in, and he would do his show, like his little stand-up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that funny. He told some Monica Lewinsky jokes, and you could hear the audience.
He updated his material? What?
Yeah. And the audience was like, huh? You could tell the band was like, fuck, this was a bad idea.
And she stuck that cigar right up her ass.
Monica Lewinsky. That's what it's like a punchline was. Like, you know what I'm talking about? And the audience would be like, no, who? Monica Lewinsky. And the audience would be like,
chirp.
Okay, sure.
Oh, poor guy.
But the show that he did the next night was incredible. That he did at the Alamo Draft House. All the people showed up. He showed the movies. He came out and did some stand-up, talked about people in the audience, and everybody loved it.
Awesome. And
I was so happy to be a part of that. And he was, he was saying, I want Corey to be there for that shit. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. So I got to have a moment with my hero.
That's badass. Wow.
Let me tell you some things that he did that made me really love this guy. Well, he just made 5 movies that I found hilarious.
I thought you were going to tell me he touched your leg or something. I'm like, oh.
Oh, I didn't tell you about, everybody knows that. I didn't tell you about the incident in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Corey.
Stop.
I heard you love me. But no, the movies that he did that are the best known because you can get them in 5-pack are Dolomite, its sequel, The Human Tornado, Petey Wheatstraw, The Devil's Son-in-Law, Disco Godfather, which when I saw it, I think it was called Avenging Disco Godfather, but it's just called Disco Godfather now. And, there was another movie called Rude, I think, that it was his stand-up act, which don't bother.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah. But, okay, so these 4 movies that I know of right now, and they are hilarious. And the first one that I saw was what was it? The Human Tornado.
That's the first one I saw that you showed me, and that movie blew me away.
It starts out with him running from the sheriff of a small town because he slept with the sheriff's wife,
right?
And then he goes to the big city. Every move that he made somehow came back to him having to stop. He would go in and he would either own a club or a friend of his would own a club. And down the street, there'll be a rival club that he had to stop, no matter how it started out. Dolomite, that was the core of it. The Human Tornado, he's running from the sheriff. He goes to a town, meets up with a friend who owns a club. who needs his help from stopping a club down the street.
Usually Queen Bee, right?
Queen Bee, yeah.
Yes.
P.D. Wheatstar, the devil's son-in-law.
Yeah.
He sells his soul to the devil. Why? So he can help stop a club down the street.
Exactly.
But the great thing about these movies is that he's my hero, but these movies are so bad that they are good.
They're works of art, yes.
They're ridiculously crazy. Mm-hmm. And there are some great lines in this movie that are a staple for any Dolomite fan. They know these lines. Mm-hmm. I ran out the house real quick. I didn't get Dolomite, but I got my two favorite ones that I quote all the time, and that was The Human Tornado and Disco Godfather. And here's some of the lines that I would play on our show that people would love, such as this line right here, where he gets caught by the sheriff's husband. The sheriff's husband comes in, catches him with his wife, and the wife says, "He made me do it." And I love his response to that. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Let's take a listen.
He made me do it.
Bitch, are you for real? Ain't no wife of mine.
And the sheriff just shoots his wife.
Kill him, Charlie.
John Carpenter do that?
I said, kill him, Charlie. No, Charlie.
Oh!
All right, you can pause it.
Yeah! I'm sorry. Let me. I just paused it on Rudy Ray Moore's ass, his naked bare ass.
Because
I can't.
Get out of here.
It's a 5-minute scene, Corey. I'm sorry.
And after that, Rudy Ray Moore jumps up, shoots the sheriff's deputy who shot the wife, and he jumps off of a hill naked.
Yeah.
And it is so crazy because in the movie, you see him jump, and the movie just stopped. You're like, some of y'all don't believe I jumped. Well, watch this good shit. Yeah. I use it as a clip of the week. Play that shit.
There you go. There he goes. Boom! And he is really jumping.
So y'all don't believe I jumped, huh? So watch this good shit.
And he shows it. Ouch! Damn.
Listen to this music.
That music is action-packed, Pee-wee.
Now, go ahead and pause the real. He sounds like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Makes you think, is this Samuel Jackson's uncle or brother? Some of y'all don't believe I jumped.
That's like something your dad would do. He's like, you don't believe. It's like he's showing you what he did, and he's going to have to rewind it.
And I love the fact, if you see this, people rent this movie, it is insane. Mm-hmm. It's funny that he jumps off the hill naked, but he still manages to put his hat on.
Yeah, that's the one thing that just needs to go on.
And he rolls down that hill, man. In this movie, interesting little point here, a little bit of trivia. The Black Ghostbuster himself, Ernie Hudson,
yes,
is in this movie.
He is in this, yeah.
And there's a few other people who, if you know anything about R&B music or anything, which most of you probably don't care, there's some other people in there. But anyway, yeah, so, man, you should put it on the fast forward a little bit. Okay. Because this is you probably heard us say this line before. And you can find these movies anywhere. I mean, they're pretty popular. You probably have already seen them yourself. But when we saw this, we like, man, we hit gold here.
Yeah.
In fact, we used to, when we, let's see, hold on. They have okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, pause a little bit. This is the line right here that you probably heard us say a lot. But we used to play that line all the time. Bitch, are you for real? When we were playing clips on the show, like when somebody would say something stupid in a movie.
Real deal.
Real deal. We inserted with, bitch, are you for real? People get a kick out of that. But I love this he's known for rapping. He's like, he calls himself the Godfather of rap, like everybody else does.
Every rapper right now owes this guy something. Yeah,
that's what in his mind. He's like, rap wouldn't exist without me.
I created that shit.
And if you listen to him, I mean, he rhymes, but his rhymes ain't all that great. But they're funny as hell, man.
They are.
And this is one of my favorite little rhymes that he does right here. The sheriff's people were chasing him. He gets out of the car, and even though they're in a high-speed chase, he manages to run up a hill, point his shotgun, and give a little rap. Oh, yeah. Let's hear it. All right.
I'll stop this long-ass sleep-tapping dilapidated sheriff now, cause he just wanna follow me anyhow. He think he's bad and ain't got no class. I'm gonna rock this shotgun up his motherfucking ass.
Here we go. Oh!
And he shoots the car, and his car explodes.
It's funny because he shoots his own damn car in order to make it explode.
Well, you niggas is running. We got a lot of running to do because we going to California. Watch out for snakes up there. By the way, Jimmy, if a snake was to bite me on my leg, what would you do? I'd suck your box, Dolomite. Well, Bo, if a snake was to bite me on my ass, what would you do? Dolomite, I guess you'd be a dead motherfucker.
All that shit was like, it was like edited in post. Like none of those voices matched with those guys. They weren't even moving their mouths.
They're not, yeah, exactly. These guys are walking by and they're not saying a goddamn thing. This shit is just coming from out of the air.
And then the movie comes on. He's obviously wearing a wig in the opening credits. He starts out with a big cape with Dolomite at the bottom and everything.
He's just looking as crazy as ever. But
yeah, no,
God, do I love him for it.
Yeah, no, I love this guy. And everybody has heard me say that I love this movie, Disco Godfather, because it has one of the biggest freak out scenes in there. Before we close tonight, this is I want to leave you with this lasting line from Rudy Ray Moore, my hero. This shit is deep. Let's go ahead and put that in, and then we'll play it for you. All right, this is a brilliant piece of filmmaking right here. Now, in Disco Godfather, Rudy Ray Moore, who is the Disco Godfather, is going after a drug dealer, a guy who deals in angel dust. He goes into at the end of the movie, he goes into the drug dealer's lair, which is like a spook house or something. And he has henchmen and everything. It's like a video game.
Right.
He gets captured. He's given a dose of angel dust. And now you think he's going to save the day? Like, the movie doesn't end like that. This is bold filmmaking here.
Yeah.
It ends with him being high on angel dust, and while he's kind of helped save the day, he's freaking out. He's lost his fucking mind, man. It ends with him choking the drug dealer, hallucinating, and his nephew comes in and stops him, and the movie ends with one of the best lines in movie history, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and I'll play it.
You're not my mother. You're not my mother. Uncle Chucker, you're evil. You're evil. Kill him, Uncle Chucker. Kill him. Uncle Chucker, no. It's Bucky, Uncle Chucker. When did you get out of the hospital? Oh, Uncle Chucker, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. All my fault. Sorry.
It's all right, Tucker. It's all right. Call an ambulance. We gotta get him to the hospital fast.
Take your hands off of me, girl! You're not taking me nowhere! No! There's nothing wrong with me! There's nothing wrong with me! Take your hands off of me!
That's the end of
Wow.
the movie right there. He's screaming his ass off, talking about, take your hands off me! But, a little bit of trivia right here, too. The guy his nephew that's trying to help him out in that scene, that's the Shogun of Harlem. That's the guy.
shit.
The guy from the Golden, not the Golden Child, but from, goddamn it.
The Last Dragon?
The Last Dragon.
Yeah.
That's the
That's him?
Shogun
That's
of Harlem.
Shogun?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
So,
I'm gonna look back real quick.
Look,
Pause
pause
it
it.
on this guy's face.
Boom, 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 boom. See, look.
Oh
look.
my God! Yeah, that is him.
I forgot the actor's name, but that is the Shogun of Harlem right there.
Yeah, no shit.
Kiss my Converse.
Yeah.
But man, I love the
Wow.
music in that scene. Space Cow.
Yeah, cheesy ass space music they got playing in the background.
Now I looked up the soundtrack because I wanted to get it. They're saying it's actually from a track called "Spaced Out," and I think that's what they're saying.
Really?
Spaced Out. But for years, Leon and I thought that they were saying "Space Cow, Space Cow,
Space cow.
Space Cow." Well, man, all I have to say is that's just a little taste right there of the enjoyment that this man has brought me
The insanity and the entertainment.
all my years. We can't even begin to touch how crazy these movies are with this little bit of a sample that we gave you. We can't show you the karate scenes in these movies.
Oh my
we can't
God.
show you the freak out
best
scene
karate
right
scenes.
here.
Yeah.
We can't show you some of the nonsense from Petey Wheatstraw that's in there, like a woman giving birth to a watermelon. Man, but all I have to say is, and truthfully, no joking here, the man is a legend. Go out and watch these movies if you want a good laugh. You want to talk about great stuff to show at a party. These two movies that we played tonight are brilliant for that.
Rudy Ray Moore will live on forever.
Forever. Now, here's the deal. Do you think they'll recognize him at the Academy Awards?
No.
Damn. You don't think during the obituary section they're not going to show him in the Shogun of Harlem?
No.
They show his face and people like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to clap. Okay. All right.
No blacks allowed.
At least not that one. So, anyway, people, that has been our show tonight.
Yes.
It's been a full one.
Another successful show.
Well, don't use that too loosely. No, it was a good show tonight.
Everything
man.
I do is successful, Corey.
I had a lot of fun.
Especially on this show.
Exactly. No, I had a great time, man. It was
Yes.
a lot of fun. You had fun tonight?
I had a blast, yeah.
All right.
I kind of wish we'd erase the Hitler and the Jets part. I don't know.
Why?
Because I'm a robot. I should know that shit, right?
I mean, you were joking. People know you're kidding around. I mean, people not going to actually think
No, I always hate talking about why do you have to bring up the Holocaust on our show, Corey?
Oh, that's what bugged you. After all the things we talked about.
It's very horrible, and yeah, I don't like to screw up history.
After talking
when
about
the kids will listen, because I know the kids pay attention to us.
It's
I
funny.
know they
It's
do.
like you say, man, I wish we hadn't brought up the Holocaust, but
No,
but we talk about Snoopy shooting niggers.
That's funny. Damn.
That's fine. Okay, I see your priorities are.
All right.
All right. Anyway, that's it tonight, y'all.
Hey,
Thank you.
have a fucked up crazy Halloween. Oh, oh, oh.